News headlines reported a recent survey. 72% of Americans believe that there is a heaven. What about you? Is heaven a real place? Now, being the only survivor of an airplane crash and experiencing heaven gives me great conviction on this subject, as you might imagine. But let's reference God's Word. Now, the Bible tells us that heaven is a very real place. Jesus spoke of it several times, describing many aspects in detail. Now, if you're like most people, you may have seen cartoon pictures of heaven as a boring place where people in white robes sit around on puffy clouds singing and playing harps. But let's look at 4 quick facts about heaven that may surprise you, but are guaranteed to build your faith. Fact 1. Heaven is a real place. It's the ultimate destination for anyone who cares about where they'll spend eternity. Your spirit never dies. Your earthly body, it will die, but your spirit, that's the real you, will continue living. So in reality, you and I are already in eternity. Did you know that heaven has an atmosphere? It has things like sky, water, grass, gravity, gardens and mountains. All types of animals live freely and in unity with one another. After Jesus was resurrected from the dead, he had a real body. He could eat and be touched, but he could also walk through walls. He had a glorified body, the type of body his followers are promised once he returns. Now, Jesus describes his glorified body to his disciples. He says, "Behold my hands and my feet, that it is I myself. Handle me and see, for a spirit does not have flesh and bones, as you see I have." Fact 2. Heaven is a place of perfection and unimaginable beauty. Earth is a reflection of heaven, so heaven will be a lot like what we see here on earth, only far more glorious. The Bible mentions specific and physical things like streets of gold. The wall around the city is built of stones including jasper, sapphire, emerald, and more. Even the city gates are made of pearl. Then there's the tree of life, which produces 12 different types of fruit. Heaven is a real place for real people, and it's full of wonders beyond description. Jesus said, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you to myself, that where I am, there you may be also." Our imagination is just too limited to picture the true beauty of heaven. The Apostle Paul tells us that eye has not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love him. Fact 3. Heaven is not boring. It offers a lifestyle that will keep us fulfilled for eternity. We will continue to learn and grow in understanding, and will contribute to heaven's community with our talents and our gifts, and will find great fulfillment. Heaven will provide new sights and sounds, new colors, and fantastic places to explore. We'll be able to travel throughout God's creation, which includes visiting new worlds, galaxies, and unseen dimensions. Fact 4. One of your greatest delights will be the fellowship in heaven. We have unlimited fulfillment, spending time with those we've known and making new friends. Best of all, we'll spend time with God, basking in his fellowship and love. Being able to walk and talk with Jesus one-on-one, enjoying his presence. You retain your memories and personality in heaven. We will recognize each other, yet we will be the very best version of ourselves, the image that God had of you when he created you. Paul said, Now I know in part, then I shall know just as I am also known. The life God has prepared for you will never be boring. Friends, don't miss out on heaven. Surrender your life to Jesus Christ and learn how you can have a wonderful life and purpose right now. Your future will be certain and your place in heaven will be secure. Check out the Book Your Heaven Flight page on our website at daleblack.org. Make sure that heaven will be your ultimate destination.
I never thought that I would die. I never actually thought about being injured. I thought, tomorrow, we are going to be the headlines of the newspaper. We clipped the tops of some tall trees. It turned the airplane to the left and that forced our direction to slam into this very solid concrete and tile dome. It's called the Portal of the Folded Wings. It's 7 stories tall and we impacted it 5 feet from the top. It was considered non-survivable. The airplane just broke into literally a couple thousand pieces and then 3 pilots fell to 70 feet to the ground. I follow my body to the hospital. I'm above my body in the emergency room. I start moving out of the hospital past Burbank. It didn't take long and I start realizing I'm being accompanied by 2 angelic beings behind me. I knew that I was in eternity. There's no sickness in heaven. There's no death in heaven. There's only light and life and love.